In this video, we are going to go over Serv Robotics. This is an AI robotics play. I have talked about this one on my channel before. It's going to be the first time in a long time that I've taken a look at this one. I know people have mentioned it. The first thing I'm going to look at, we're not even going to look at the charts. I want to look at the trading view financials here. I am using a triple monitor setup, so I'm getting everything set up here. And let's just look at the bottom line, right? That's what matters to us. What is the bottom line on this? Because I don't know this one very well. There's other stocks that I know very well, but this one I really, the reason I don't make videos on it is because I don't know. Why am I going to talk about something I don't know? I have no history with it really. I don't think I've ever even, maybe I traded it one time, maybe, but I don't remember. But the fact that I don't even remember, that should tell you that I have no experience with this, right? If you trade the same stock hundreds of times, you know it like the back of your hand, right? Like you just do. That's just how it is. That's experience right there built up. I have none. I know nothing. So let's see. Balance sheet. Wow, they have wow. Holy crap. That is incredible assets to liabilities. They have 367 million in assets and 17 million in liabilities. I was not expecting that. Let me look at the income statement. I expect them not to be profitable. That's usually, because they have to put their money into research and development. Like, the robots that are out right now, they're like what, Gen 1, Gen 2. So it's going to be kind of like PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? As time goes by, there will be better and better robots. Like right now, if someone offered me like a Gen 1 made robot, I don't know if I'd want it, right? I'd rather wait for Gen 5. I'd rather wait for the newer models that are probably going to be superior to the old ones, right? That's just me though. Total revenue, you save money too that way. If you're going to go in and buy a robot, might as well wait for the better versions. Total revenue has been, climbing year over year. Let me look at, their revenues have been going up from 207K to 1.81 million to 2.65 million. So it's climbing, right? It's if there was a chart here, we would see like a higher high and higher low, right? That's what it would look like. So that's what the revenue is looking like. It's looking great. I have nothing to, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is this? Now I do have a problem with this. What is this? So, okay, so what I'm seeing here is pretty crazy. They had 2.65 million in total revenue in 2025, but the cost of goods sold is 18 million. So the example that I like to use, it's been a long time since I looked at the financials of a company, now that I think about it, because I usually just look at the charts. But the problem with this is I don't like this is insane. Like, uh, let me see if does this explain it? Yeah. So the cost of goods sold shows the amount of money a company spends to produce or manufacture the goods they sell, right? So I open up a churro stand. I'm not going to use hot dogs anymore. I open up a churro stand, right? Delicious churro with pastry or whatever. And I sell them for $1 each, but it costs me like 18 bucks to make each one. Or in this, that's kind of, it just doesn't make sense, right? Like I am losing $17 every time I sell one. That doesn't make sense. That's not a good business, and I better, either I'm going to start charging more or I need to grow the business so much, and I don't know, I'm doing something wrong, right? I'm doing something wrong if every churro I sell for $1, I'm losing $17. Even if I'm just breaking even, that's not a good business. The whole point of starting a business is to make money, right? So not to lose money and give things away for free and on your dime at that point. So this is concerning because it's a pattern here, right? They made 1.81 million in revenue in 2024, but they have 1.89 million in cost of goods sold. So they're not even break even there. They're still slightly losing money there. So I imagine they're not profitable. Where's their net income? Did they remove net income? There it is. Yeah, their net income is as expected. So their net income is actually getting more in the negative as we move forward here. So that's kind of okay. Whatever. It's the robotics sector. So this is kind of just something I don't expect them to be profitable, right? They'll be profitable when robots are everywhere and it's just mandatory. It's just kind of like the new way of life. You walk outside and there's just delivery robot over there. There's a baseball robot over there. There's a cleaning robot. There's just robots everywhere, right? Then I would expect maybe this to turn positive in terms of net income, but Yeah. So yeah, I think let me look at the quarterly. Let me just look at the quarterly. Quarterly, the revenues are still going up. Let me look at the cost of good. There's cost of goods sold are just it's just so high. It just cost them so much. But I think the revenue model is a subscription. No, I guess I should ask. Yeah, because if they have a subscription revenue model, then it's all about getting more product out there, and just keep collecting the check. So does Serv Robotics use a subscription? I assume they do, right? That's what I'm assuming because that's what everyone does. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they use a subscription-based robot as a service model as part of its revenue. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have no complaints when it comes to the bottom line. I don't expect a company like this to be profitable. It's just that would be ridiculous to expect that. They have to put a lot of money, I'm sure, into research and development. It's sitting right now. Let's talk about the charts, man. It's been a while since I looked at financials of a company. I usually don't do that with the companies that I already know because I know they're doing fine, right? SoFi, QBTS. Well, QBTS, yeah, QBTS has been doing well as well. Riot, like APOD. I don't need to look at their financials because I already know they're doing great, right? Like I know them so well at that point. Serv Robotics, I had to look at the financials because I'm like I don't know what to expect from this. This has a bottom right now at 4.32. It's just sitting in a range here between 4.32 and $6. I mean, it's just bouncing around 30% from bottom. So if you want to buy here and you believe in this, this is your opportunity. If you want to buy and hold and you don't care if it comes down to $1 cost average, go ahead. If you're just looking for a flip of the trading range, I mean, you would buy here and just flip it at, yeah, for like 10, 15%, maybe a stop loss at 4.67, which would be a really, actually would be a nice, nice little like 3% stop loss. So your risk reward would be like three for what? Three, you lose 3% or you make 10 to 15%. That's very good risk to reward. It depends on what kind of trader you are, what kind of style you have. Everyone's different. So I'm just giving you what I would do depending on what style I use. If I'm a swing trader just looking to capture the range, get in here with a stop loss or no stop loss and just ride it up. If I'm just looking to hold for a longer term price target, like if maybe I'm going to hold for the purple line, then you would buy down here and hold for the purple line, which is about a 92% return. Obviously, when you aim for higher price targets, you're going to have to wait longer for that move up, but also you make more percentage return. Again, it depends entirely on the style of the individual. So I believe this is a buy and hold. I don't know what's going to happen long term. Let me look at the robotics sector. I believe the robotics sector is doing, it's doing well, but it's weird. It kind of just, yeah. Let me look at the quarterly. So yeah, as you can see, the robotics sector is slowly, like very slowly going higher. Like it's slowly, like it's not a very steep uptrend. That's what I'm trying to say, right? You see this? That's not a very steep uptrend. Let me show you which is the semiconductors. Like, look at that. Look at semiconductors. Holy crap. Look at that. Look at how steep. Look at the steepness. Look at how steep that trend is. So robotics is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's slow. Let me put it that way. It moves slow. Like it's slowly gonna climb higher, yes, but just keep in mind it's a bit slower. It's not like semiconductors that just are just rocketing, right? So over the long term, obviously we're looking at a quarterly time frame. So I think let me look at the yearly time frame again. Yeah, I think a dollar cost average buy with a long-term sell target. Wait, let me. Is the robot? Yeah, yeah. Holy crap! Let me. Wait. What's going on here? Is that the whole robotics sector is just? It's yeah. It's discounted right now. It's close to the purple line. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. The whole robotics sector is at a discount, which makes sense why Serv is so cheap. Also makes sense why Rich Tech Robotics is cheap. So yeah, I think go for it, guys. Go for it. If you believe in robotics, there you go. I'm very much focused on quantum right now. Dude, it's hard to choose what to buy. And I'm really loving quantum and the AI infrastructure side of things because we're going to need the power, right? So, and quantum's definitely like the next, that's not going to be the next big thing. So, yeah, I can't be in everything. But Rich said Robotics and Serv Robotics, if you like robotic stocks and you're betting on those, you know, if you've seen Star Wars or whatever, if you've seen those movies where there's robots everywhere, well, guess what? That shit's coming to reality. So get in there, invest, trade, make your money, take advantage of the robotics pump when that happens. There will be another robotics hype at some point, and we'll go up a lot. And that's that. I don't know what else to say. That's it for the video. Short, sweet, to the point. I think thumbs up to the robotics sector.